We'll go ahead and begin our afternoon media availabilities. And first up this afternoon, driver of the number 62 South Point Chevrolet, and probably one of the most exciting wins we've had the pleasure of seeing in quite some time last week at Road America, Brandon Gaughan. And Brandon, I know you were here testing yesterday and got a practice coming up this evening. First of all, have you come down from that win from last week, and also how's your car for this weekend?
You know, it's been a long time since I've got a win, and it's been documented greatly by many places. And you know, it's one of those things where I always said when I got back to Victory Lane, I understood the difference between when I was 28 years old and when I'm 38 years old, and I appreciate it very much. I appreciate all the words and all the support that fans, friends, people you didn't know were friends, people that hated you, you know, all the kind words have been really overwhelming, and I've taken them all in and appreciate every bit of it. I think the best congratulations I got was, of course, from my father, who reminded me that even a blind squirrel finds a nut some days.
Good deal. What about your car for this weekend? Did you test yesterday, and how was that?
Yeah, you know, RCR, the Richard Childress Racing Chevrolets, we have been talking about for a few weeks now that we have rolled out a brand new generation of our chassis and our bodies. I have the race car that raced Charlotte, which is kind of a hybrid of our new technologies, but it was very good yesterday. The RCR Chevys were, I think, in second practice, second, third, fourth, and ninth. In first practice, we were first, second, like 6th and 15th or whatever, and we feel very strongly about the new technology that Chevrolet has helped RCR get with our new nationwide cars. So we expect great things when we come to a place like this, and now we're starting to prove it. And we're on a 2-game winning streak here, you know, with Paul Menard at Michigan, and myself at Road America. So we would love to keep that streak alive.
Okay, we'll open up for questions. Please raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. Anybody? Chris, I think you're looking.
Not many others in here, Chris, so you better ask a bunch.
You know, Chris Knight, NASCAR Wire Service. I think everybody knew you were going to win again.
NASCAR Wire Service?
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. I think everybody knew you were going to win again. But did you expect that win to come on a road course?
Well, you know, I didn't care where it came. But when it comes to road racing, I've always, you know, touted myself as at least somewhat of a road racer. I love my road racing. You go back to Sprint Cup when I choked. I was in the lead at Watkins Glen when I choked and drove off into the pea gravel in turn 1 with like 10 to go. So, I mean, I do love road racing. I've had great people help me out along the way with it. Andy Lally came and tested VIR with us about 3 days or a week prior to Road America. And really all I wanted Andy there for was to give me the confidence again. He jumped in my race car, and we didn't make any changes. We just said, I want to be able to catch Andy. And you know, that's how much I think of him. And it really just gave me a big boost of confidence again, because some days when you start to lack that confidence in this sport, in this world, it's real tough to get it back. And when I was fast, we did the fastest lap of the race, then I screwed up. Then we got back in the lead, and then I screwed up. And when the rain came, that was the only play left that I knew I was good at in the rain. My very first rain race ever was 1994 at Road America. So I've been around there in a rain course before, and that was the last play I had left, because I'd already choked that race twice. So the rain was a gift for me.
Okay, we'll go back here in the back.
Brendan Adam Niemeyer, Fox 19. It seems when people win in the Nationwide Series, maybe it's just me, they get on kind of a roll.
I like the way you're thinking.
Right? Do you expect to get, especially with your new chassis this week, on a roll this week at Kentucky where you've performed well in the past?
This statistically, I think, is one of my best tracks in NASCAR. So I am coming in here with very, very high expectations. Our race team is starting to really feel good. All the nationwide shops at RCR are really starting to feel it. And the goal is just to come in here and be like I always am, just be the same guy, drive the hell out of the race car, give Shane Wilson the feedback, try to make it better, and just have the confidence in the equipment that I always have. But now I've got a little more confidence in myself and would love to get it done on oval again. We have all the Cup guys back here again, which, you know, everybody loves to make a big deal out of that in the Nationwide Series. So I'd love to be able to do it when everybody's here also, and get myself on a little bit of a streak. That's hopefully the goal.
Any other questions for Brendan? Okay, we'll go back up to Chris.
Just to follow up on the test yesterday, how crucial was that test yesterday going to help you guys for the weekend, tomorrow night's race? And there's been a lot of talk about, and I know they've been talking about it on Sirius XM with Moody and whatnot too, about repaving.
If you say the word repave, I'm going to kick your
resurface.
Zip it.
These. Never mind.
No, the test yesterday for us, we unloaded a little off. So fortunately, we got to do that. And then the great thing about RCR is we have 4 teams this week with Paul Menard and the 33 and then the rest. So we were able to look at each one. We took what we learned, we took what they learned, and we actually changed some of our setup to what the 33 had because we think they were a little better than us. And then as far as it comes to the resurfacing of Kentucky Speedway, I believe Carl Edwards gave a quote, and correct me if I'm wrong, but he said he would lay in front of the paver. I will be there handcuffed to him.
I guess, but Brendan, how important is it for NASCAR to keep tracks as aged as Kentucky is, though, too? I mean, because the drivers seem like that they want it, but the fans and other people want to see the tracks redone.
No, the fans don't really know what they want. The fans want what the media tells them they want, and that's what they buy into. And not knocking media about it. That's the truth. Is the fans aren't inside the garage. They think they want faster speed. I could go right now and prove to you that a fan cannot tell the difference between 201 miles an hour at Michigan or 218. I can absolutely show you 100% and prove that to you. They won't be able to tell the difference. There is a point where racetracks do need to be resurfaced. And that's just a fact of life. Things get old and we have the ability to rejuvenate them. But right now, it seems that everybody rejuvenated at once. So many tracks did it all in the same time period. We need at least a few more years out of Kentucky so we have this really nice track that is bumpy, that wears tires out, that, will kind of is the tire eater, and Goodyear can go back and bring a tire that, they don't have to go 250 miles an hour and try to be safe. So I really hope they don't yet. There is going to be a point, though, where Kentucky has to. And is it getting to that point? I'm sure it's getting to that point. But, man, I would hate to do it right now. Give Michigan 5-6 more years, to age, and give, Vegas and Darlington and Charlotte and all these, in Atlanta and all these places some more time to age. Then they'll be saying, okay, let's repave Kentucky, and those have finally got some age on them.
Follow up on that, too. How are the tires this weekend? How were the tires yesterday, and do you expect any issues this weekend?
No, I mean, Goodyear does a great job, and I don't think they get a lot of credit for it because they have to build a tire kind of for around each deal. And the tracks don't make it easy on them when they have these beautiful technology has come so far since Michigan was repaved. And that track is gorgeous. It's flat, it's smooth. The new coatings that go on top of them seal that aggregate in so much more so it doesn't let the tire wear out. And so Goodyear gets put in a very difficult spot on these tracks because you have to have it safe, because we all know there's going to be a driver somewhere that if you blow a tire, they're going to say, well, Goodyear, and that's the box that Goodyear gets put in. So they have to build these bulletproof tires that are as fast on lap 120 as they are on lap 20. Growing up, racing in the 90s, that was never the case. So that's what's fun about a Kentucky. Goodyear's brought a great tire here. It wears out. You see a drop off in speed and time. And that's what a tire, when you have a track like this, it's still 180 plus miles an hour. It's still super fast. It still is all the things that the fans want to see, the speed but it's better because we can go side by side on a track like this, and the tires do wear out, so you see guys pass. So I did not see any problems with our Goodyear tires yesterday, and we did see a fall off, which is nice.
Okay. Any other questions for Brendan?
Another follow up, Chris? You sure? There's nobody else here. I mean, I'm the easiest press conference in town. How did South Point celebrate? Well, they did put the name up on the marquee, and I knew that did not come from my father, so I had to call and thank who it was that actually put it up. And I didn't get to go back to Vegas. I jumped on the RCR plane, and we flew back to North Carolina, and we all went out took my boys out to a little bar because we landed at 11 o'clock, so it wasn't like we had a lot of bar time. But all the employees at the South Point were the downstairs in the employee dining room and all I've got a lot lot of friends and family that work at the South Point, and a lot of people are very, very happy around there, and the employees have been really excited. But we didn't do anything special for the win. You need to call Michael Gaughan and ask him that question. Well, I can promise you this, it won't be giving away free money no matter what the win is.
Okay. Well, Brandon, thank you very much. Congratulations again on your win, and good luck this weekend.